What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and Lil Reese. That's one of the guys I'm always asked about. If it ain't Chief Keef or Lil Durk, they always say truth about Lil Reese. I want to tell you something about Lil Reese. I always said this. He one of the first people in the drill culture that we believe really did that shit. Like really lived the life he was talking about. I didn't say he was the first, but I'm saying he's one of the first ones that we really believed on the upscale level. You know, when the culture first popped off, we know about the Keefs, the Fredos, and all kind of things like that. But understand that Lil Reese coined the phrase Fredo in the cut. That's a scary sight. In my opinion, that line right there made Fredo Santana super famous. I mean, you might have knew Fredo, but that line right there kind of shot him off and made him a super celebrity, and he didn't have music out at that time. Maybe he did, but it wasn't big. I think the thing with Lil Reese is, with all the violence going on in Chicago, all the killings, his neighborhood started being on TV, a lot of friends around him started losing their life, then all of a sudden the video of JoJo, when he rode past and he said, "I'm gonna kill you." That kind of gave it a bad look, but okay, things happen. Next thing you know, the video of him knuckling up that young lady, it made it kind of feel like Lil Reese was really like that. He was really in that shit. Not saying he wasn't, but that kind of scared the labels away. You know, I think that's why they kind of kept the bag from him. They didn't really invest the big bag in him, even though he did get a deal. But for this guy gained features from Drake, Rick Ross. He got millions of views on YouTube, interviews, millions of views. I believe the drill culture really solidified him and gave him a point where he's going to be able to monetize off his likeness for a long time just because he's involved in the drill culture. He's one of the guys that kind of crossed over where people know him in other cities and shit. You know, he been caught in a lot of events in Chicago. Some shit with the police and a shooting, you know, like a stolen car. Other things with Lil Reese that went on in Chicago. He was shot and all kind of things. I think the common denominator is all these things happened while he was still in Chicago. You know, I think Reese got too famous to be in Chicago. Them documentaries, blogs, academics giving them names like the Grim Reaper, you know, that kind of gave him an energy where everyone believes that. Not saying you don't pose to believe that, but just think about it, you know. This guy's marketed as the, you know, if you think about it now, that kind of energy can be bad. You know, you'll be in positions where someone to test that. But I think this guy is a dope rapper. I think he one of the founding fathers too. I'm not saying he invented the culture, but when it comes to the culture, he one of the founding fathers of this shit. He recently been speaking out on interviews and shit like that. Seeing him on Cam Capone, Vlad TV. I actually reached out to Lil Reese. Actually had a conversation with him. We spoke on a few things. I'm going to keep that between us. That was a personal conversation. But I had an opportunity to speak with him. I'm going to try to reach out to him, see if I can bring him to my platform. I'm not sure, though, if he going to want to come, but I'm going to try to reach out to him. I think he's a dope dude in the culture. I think he's one of the fathers of this shit. I don't think he get enough respect in this shit. To be honest with you, a lot of people speak on Dirk. A lot of people speak on Keith. And I think Reese should be right up there because it was a once upon a time where Reese was hotter than Dirk. You know, Keith always been hotter than everybody, but it was once upon a time. You remember when Keith first popped, they had I Don't Like, they had the Traffic record, they had they had the I Don't Like, Reese came back with the Traffic shit, then they came back with the It's Just Us, you know what I'm saying? And then Reese was hotter than Lil Durk at once upon a time. Let's be honest with this, you know. So I just think a lot of people seem to forget that, you know, Reese connected a lot of dots. In my interview with Nutso, he told me that Lil Reese is the reason all these neighborhoods, different BD neighborhoods are cool because Reese was cool with everybody. He connected shit together. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think a lot of people understand that. I do think the videos of him fighting that young lady, saying that wild ass statement to JoJo, I think things like that kind of dirtied him up and gave academics a little battery in his back to call him the Grim Reaper and shit like that, which made the whole world believe that and feel like every 24-second of the day, Lil Reese, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Lil Reese is a cool dude. You know, he's not trying to hurt nobody unless you probably trying to hurt him and shit like that. You know, but this internet shit, I make it different. But I do think this guy gonna kill it in the future. I think Lil Reese needs to come back to this music shit, focus on this music shit, because this guy got millions of people who's ready to stream that music. I'm not sure if he realized that, you know. But I did notice that a lot of things have happened to Lil Reese. And most of the things that has happened to him while he was still in the trenches. I understand that, that's what it is. Our family be out there, but I think it's time to get the fuck up out of there, to be honest with you, though. But I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all agree with me? Was there once a time where Lil Reese was hotter than Lil Durk? Now, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Leave a comment, say true. You don't know what you're talking about. But if you know what I'm talking about, then let me know, because I try to be a drill historian in this. I want to know the first of everything. I ask people, man, was this the first back door? They laugh at me and things like this, and I get it, because it sounds crazy, but to be honest with you, it's not really funny, It's not jokish. It's not a game. It's not, I understand we learn from this and it's entertaining, but these are people's lives, so let's keep that respectful now. It's the homie True Teller Street Reporter. Bleh, 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 bleh.